Good morning, everybody. We are here. We've got Outdoor Smile 1, Jeff 2, Chris 3, Outdoor Smile. Let's talk about Ape and AMC. Okay, let's do it, man. Chris, what's going on, dude? Ape Love Ape, how you doing, man? We got Dark Bro, Chris, Dark Bro. We got Gen G. Good morning to you, Gen G, Dark Bro, Jeff P. We've got Kombu. Where's my cursor? Kombu, Jeff P. Kai. We've got Kombu, Gorilla, Kombu, Dark Bro, Frank, Jeff P. We got Gorilla, Bender. We've got Frank, Chris, Kai, Peter, all of you guys. Glad to have you in here right now. Let's check the market out, see what's happening. We've got AMC in the top left-hand side of the screen getting destroyed today. Thank you, Adam Aaron, for this beautiful checkmate against retail. $3.47 on AMC, touching 318 this morning. Most likely going to curl back over. Nobody's buying AMC anymore. Everybody's going to have to buy Ape. Literally, if anybody in here can give me one good reason why you would buy AMC for $3.48 as opposed to buying AMC for $1.90, what is that? $2.09. It was $1.85 this morning. Please tell me why you would buy AMC for $3.49 instead of buying AMC for $1.85. Let me know on that one. Nonetheless, we've got Shiba Inu coin at the top right-hand side of the screen, sitting at 1040 points per coin at the moment, 1,040, and not doing too bad there. We've got GameStop in the bottom right. It was pretty harsh earlier today, down like 4 or 5%. Bouncing back nicely off that bottom around $19 per share. And GameStop currently sitting at $19.85. Like we say, Ape down at 208 at the moment. And NASDAQ sitting at 13,739. It is up 0.70% on the day today. AMC losing 34%. GameStop 1.71%. Dogecoin 7.4 cents. Ethereum sitting at 18.52. Shiba 1037. Come on, Shib. Throw some green lines, not some purples. We've got Bitcoin sitting at $29,595. Mullen Auto, 96 cents. How long is it going to take before Mullen's back down to 10 cents? That's what I want to know. How long until Mullen's back down to 10 cents? Sundial sitting at $1.62. The Spy sitting at $4.47. Netflix sitting at $4.27. Highcraft Mining sitting at 37 cents. Highcraft Mining getting hit pretty hard today. QQQ sitting at $3.69. Ape sitting at $2.08. MPW 781 right now. MPW pretty low, guys. Tesla sitting at $237.33, getting hit pretty hard this morning, trying to bounce back, bouncing off an intraday high here, might be curling back over, coming down to the downside. Innovic sitting at $16.28. PID 1765, and Joby 777. Time for a jackpot, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get started. We're gonna watch Bitcoin down at the bottom left play out. Hopefully it makes Shiba Inu coin go up because Bitcoin is looking pretty strong right now. Let's see, around over 9,000 fight, AA wins, AMC retail, fatality. Oh, no! Yeah, Gorilla, it does seem that way though, man. Adam Aaron basically getting everything that he wanted. Adam Aaron having access to an unlimited bank account, and that bank account is retail investors' pockets. So with the settlement being approved here, it does not make, literally, this is not just me hating on Adam Aaron or anything, it does not make sense to buy a single share of AMC right now. These are literally now the same company. The conversion is going to be taking place. Now, I can't say that they're going to convert in between the 208 and 346. I can't say that they're going to convert in between one of those numbers. They might end up converting. Ape might fall down drastically to $1, and AMC might fall down to $1. But they will, or should theoretically, converge at the same price somewhere. I don't know if that's going to be between $2 and $3. I don't know if it's going to be between 3 and 4. I don't know if it's going to be between 1 and 2. But they should converge because these are now the same company. AMC and Ape are the exact same shares, and the conversion is taking place. So the arbitrage opportunity is clearly here for Ape. Nobody would buy a share of AMC for $3.46 when you can clearly buy a share of AMC for $2.08. So I can't even say that I say this with respect, right? The people buying AMC right now and causing it to go from 318 to 347 are just dumb. There's not even a nicer, I can't even say, like to the contrary, I can't even say that they're just not intelligent. It's just dumb to do that. It is it is the same company. You would not buy my shares of AMC off of me right now for $100 a share. You just wouldn't do it. So why would you buy them for $346 when you can clearly buy them for $208? Crickets, man, because I have no explanation, unless, of course, you somehow think that this settlement is not going to go through and the conversion is not going to happen. There's no other way around that. Clay, speaking of that disgrace, you know the one. Do you take the loss and sell your shares first before messing with puts? Technically, Chris, you don't necessarily have to, but yes, dude. If you honestly believe that it's going to come down, right? If you honestly believe that a share is going to go down in value, the only reason that you would continue holding those shares and mess with puts or, buy puts, right? The only reason you would buy puts while you're holding your shares is that if you thought long term, those shares can increase in price once again, and you wanted a tax advantage. There really would be no other advantage to holding your shares to a lower price other than gunning for long-term capital gains. So a lot of people in the AMC that own AMC have owned AMC for over a year. So when they do sell, it's going to be a long-term capital gain or a long-term capital loss. So if it's a long-term capital gain, you only get charged at it's 10 or 15% as opposed to your income tax, like 30% or whatever. So the long-term capital gains are taxed cheaper. That would be one of the only benefits to buying puts while you're holding the shares, is that if you wanted to maintain your long-term status in those shares. Otherwise, you're just watching the value disappear in anticipation of the value disappearing on the way down. Isn't that how it works? Once I sell, it goes up, right? Jeff P, man, that's usually how it works for everybody. I buy Mullen at 10 cents. How much would I need to own a seat at the board? I don't know how much they would give you a seat at the board for, but you would need to file paperwork. Market cap. So the market cap at 10 cents would be roughly $6 million. You would need to file paperwork if you bought more than $600,000 worth at a 10-cent price point. $600,000, if it's 10 cents a share, is going to get you 6 million shares. All right, so if you were able to buy 6 million shares at that 10, if it drops back down at 10 cents and you could buy 6 million shares for $600,000, I don't know if it'll give you a seat on the board, but you got to file paperwork with the SEC for being more than a 10% owner in the company at that point. Right now, you would need $6 million, not $600,000 worth of Mullen Auto at those prices. So yeah, dude, if you expect it to go down to 10 cents a share and you get $600,000 sitting around, then let's get started. But I don't know if it gets your seat on the board or not. I'll give you $200 a share. Stig Beater. I will gladly sell you my AMCs. Unlimited shares. As many as you want. I'll just go buy them on the market for $2.08 and I'll sell them to you for $200 a share right now. Almost 100 million in volume today, Clay. Brandy, we not selling. I like AMC stock. It's a good buy. Brandy, I honestly, I gotta ask you, okay? And this is not to call you out or anything, because I don't think it's a good buy right now, especially AMC. Ape is gonna be a better buy than AMC is, but try to explain to me why you think AMC would be a good buy at these prices. And I would try my best to explain to you why it's not a good buy at these prices. Isn't it 1 for 10 for the conversion? So 10 ape would be 1 AMC. No, Sean, that is incorrect. So the reverse split is 1 for 10. If for every share of ape you will own a share of the new company. For every share of AMC you're going to own a share of the new company. So I believe what is going to happen, though, is the reverse split is going to take place August 24th, I believe it was. And then a day after is when the conversion takes place. I could be wrong on those days. The conversion might be taking place on August 24th and the reverse split taking place the day prior. So it's either August 23rd and 24th or 24th and 25th, in which both of those take place. But the reverse split happens the night before, and then the conversion happens the day after. So no, right now, theoretically right now, you need to own 10 shares, and you're going to own 1 share of the new company. If you own 10 shares of Ape, you're going to own 1 share of the new company. If you own 10 shares, not new company, but, new share after the conversion. If you own 10 shares of AMC, you're going to own 1 share post-split. So it's not 1 for 10, Ape for AMC. Ape is not worth 1/10 of what AMC is. They are equal in every aspect. The only aspect, I guess I should say this, the only aspect in which they're not equal is you do not have rights to the settlement if you own shares of Ape. So for every 10 shares of for every 75 shares of AMC you currently own, you are going to receive 1 additional share after the reverse split and conversion takes place. Thoughts on badge? Grab yourself some. So Bender, I have not bought any bad. Here's my honest thoughts on bad, dude. I clearly do think that it can go up. It is the marketing potential of the Shiba Inu coin ecosystem team. People like Lucy. And here's my main problem with it. Lucy actually shared a screenshot of her wallet the other day, and she's got like 4 billion bad. 4 billion bad that was given to her. She's got, I believe, 20 leash that were given to her. She's got, I believe it was 1 billion Shiba Inu coin. I don't even know if that was given to her. She may have bought that 1 billion Shib. Okay? She has, I think it's 10,000 bone given to her. Okay? So these people, they have just given themselves the ecosystem tokens. They don't have necessarily anything riding on it. Everything was given to them to promote and essentially shill these coins. That would be no different than Bad giving me 4 billion Bad tokens to go out there and talk up and promote Bad. I don't really have anything riding on it except my reputation at that point. And I don't like that. Okay? I don't like the Shitoshi and the Shib token Twitter account and Lucy and all of these people associated with Shiba Inu coin and the massive followers they have are what they're trying to make money on. They're essentially just marketing bad to the Shiba Inu coin community. I do not like that. So I don't own any, but I'm just going to be missing out on the gains on the way up, man. I think that people are going to continue buying into it. And I think that the Shiba Inu coin ecosystem team is going to continue promoting it. And I think that as they market it to the Shiba Inu coin community and more people buy it, the price will go up, yes. I'm not going to partake in those. Clay, I don't ever get anything for taxes, and I just want to be out of AMC. I feel like the price won't move much. Just wondering if I would sell my shares first before trying to get the loss back from options. Yeah, Chris, there wouldn't be. So if you don't think that AMC is going to go up and you're not concerned with taxes, there wouldn't necessarily be any reason to hold those shares. So if you're buying puts, right? If you want to buy puts and try to play it to the downside, making money as the stock price goes down, in that sort of a situation, it doesn't make sense for you to necessarily hold the shares unless you believe that it could go up. Dude, at this point, I'm going to be honest. I find it very difficult to believe. Now, my belief shouldn't be your beliefs. I find it very difficult to believe that AMC is going to see higher prices. I find that very difficult to believe. After the reverse split takes place, and in the new company or the new shares are trading at $30, $40 a share, it could be very quickly before we see it trading at 20, 18, 15. And we're already on yet another 50% decline from the prices that we're currently at. People are going to blame it on manipulation. They're going to blame it on naked shorts. This entire idea is going to be perpetuated. It's not going to be the fact that people are beginning to trade for AMC's fundamental value, which is negative. They'll never admit that. Starting a rumor that Adam Aron has hated so much, people are dumping AMC and buying Ape just to buck the system. It's going to be lit. Do it, outdoor smile. The balance sheet is about to be a lot better. Don't fundamentals mean anything? Brandy, to a certain degree, yes, fundamentals mean something. But the fundamentals for AMC are so bad that AMC is drastically overvalued in price right now. If we're going to be buying AMC based on the fundamentals, right, we need to know that the current fundamentals or the current book value of AMC is negative $5 a share. Now, we are going to need to see billions of dollars raised and directly paid down on debt in order to see that book value begin to turn positive. So if we are looking at fundamentals, you have to be willing to say your shares are not only not worth $3, your shares are actually worthless. The same way as if you bought a house for $100,000 and your house, you literally couldn't sell it for $1. You literally, it was not worth anything. It has a negative book value on it. So if we are going to be going the fundamental route, we have to be willing to say that AMC is so far overvalued right now, we might be in this play another 10 years before we even justify a $1, $2 price target on AMC. Let's see. Not gonna lie, Clay, I think Adam Aron is just like Bernie made up. Yeah, 12-omic, man, or 12-omic, or Romic, whatever you. I don't know how to say your name right. But short thesis may be dead, Clay. No, short thesis definitely ain't dead, man. Short thesis has increased exponentially now. The shorts, they're going to be sold. Here's the thing you gotta, Brandy. Here's the thing you gotta remember. So even if you do believe in billions of naked shorts, it does not matter. The only number that matters are the reported short shares. And the reported short shares on AMC are currently 150 million. And that number is going to drop after the reverse split to 15 million. Now, the 15 million shares, great. That's how many shorts are reported. If you think they got to cover more, stop lying to yourself, because the only reported short shares are going to be recovered. Those are the only ones that the SEC cares about. That might be a tough reality, but it is the reality. Now, the problem is 15 million shares are all that's going to need to be covered. Adam Aron will sell 400 million new shares to those hedge funds. Now, if the hedge funds only have to cover, let's just imagine for a minute that they didn't already own 15 million shares of AMC. They could get their hands on those short shares, or on the shares to cover those shorts, directly from Adam Aron. What is that? Nearly 30 times over. It's actually probably more like 25 times over. They will be able to cover their short shares 25 times over directly from Adam Aron, never having to buy a single share from you or me. The retail investors will have literally zero say in what shares are sold to hedge funds. That's just the reality of the situation. So the short shares, the short thesis, it is over in the sense that they have access to all of the shares that they need now. Let's see. Oh, they're just not that fun. They're just mental something. I know I missed out on. How many AMC shares do you get for the Ape shares? Thomas, as many Ape shares as you own, that's how many new shares of AMC you are going to get. So if you own one share of AMC, you're going to have one share of, or if you own one share of Ape, you're going to have one share of the new company, but it's on a reverse split basis. So that's the part that you need to remember. If you own 10 shares of AMC, if you own 10 shares of Ape, there's going to be no difference in how many shares of the new company you get. You're still going to get one share of the new company. If you own 75 shares of AMC, and you own 75 shares of Ape, at that point, there is a little bit of a difference because of the settlement. You're going to get 2 shares in the new company if you own 75 shares of AMC, sorry. If you own 75 shares of, no, not 2 shares. If you own 75 shares, if you own 75 shares of AMC, you're going to get the 7 shares, and then you're going to get an additional share. So you're essentially going to have 8 shares plus probably whatever cash is paid out for those additional 5 shares, since it's on a reverse split basis, and they're not going to give out, I don't think they're going to give out partial shares. If you own 75 shares of Ape, you're just going to get the 7 shares of the new company. You don't get that extra share for the AMC settlement. Clay, my name is a company, and it's easy. Think 12 and economic. Take out the E, just like Reaganomics and Bidenomics. 12-onomics. 12-onomics. 12-onomics, right? Is that what it is? 12-onomics? I think it's 12-onomics. All right, 12-onomic. He's going to sell them at once, because that's not what the AK... No. Brandy, no. He's not going to sell all those shares at once. Absolutely not. No. And that's not my concern. It's not my concern that he goes in there and sells all 400,000 of those shares at one time. You have to remember, though, it's simply the ability to sell those shares. He doesn't have to do that all at once. And the short shares don't have to cover all at once either. Please don't interpret that that's what I'm saying, that he's going to dilute all of those shares all at once. I know for a fact he won't do that. That wouldn't necessarily be a good idea for anybody to do that. But even if he sold 15 million of them, you know what I mean? Like, even if he sold 15 out of the 400 million, that's all the short shares that are reported. And I completely get it, right? If you're still trying to latch on to some hope that there are billions. But it's kind of like a false hope, right? Because the SEC doesn't care if there's billions. The short shares don't care if there are actually billions. They only look at the reported numbers. And as much as we would love to see the exposure of billions of shares and all of that, that's not the current reality that we're living in. The current reality is that there's only 150 million reported short shares. The bad ones could exist, but unless they're proven, unless they're somehow exposed, they will never be covered. All right, that's the thing. He already sold them to hedgies for 61 cents. Yeah, 200 million plus shares, Frank. 200 million plus shares. And those hedge funds already cashed out for a 5x gain, dude. That is the wildest part to me, man. The Terra Capital walked away. They walked away with a $500 million profit off of AMC retail investors already. And people just think that this is the greatest thing ever. Like, retail's not walked away with $500 million. Why are we celebrating hedge funds? What has happened is the likened to tossing a life vest to a stranded swimmer, pulling them out of the water and onto your boat, only to have that swimmer KO you, throw you off the boat and speed off. Oh, God. Gorilla, I'd be ticked, man. I'd be ticked if that was the case. Oh, my goodness. So for each 75 AMC, I get an extra AMC. Correct. Mr. 55. So right now, and it's a little tough to understand, right? You got to understand 2 things are happening. A reverse split, a 1-for-10 reverse split is taking place. So for every 10 shares of AMC that you currently own, you will own 1 share after the reverse split. If you own... Okay, for every 7.5 shares of the new company after the reverse split takes place, every 7.5 shares that you own, you are going to get in 1 additional share. That was the settlement. That was what Allegheny agreed to, because they said, you know what, we don't care if what you did was illegal. We don't care if selling to Terra Capital and screwing the voters over and making this entire conversion go through. We actually don't care if that was illegal if you give us that 1 extra share of AMC for every 7.5 we own post-split. So, yes, in order to get 7.5 shares post-split, I mean, essentially, you might need to own. I don't know how they're going to treat partial shares. You may actually need to own 80 shares of AMC right now, because if you end up in the situation where your broker or where the reverse split just pays out cash in lieu of any partial shares, technically you're not going, it's a multiple of 75, right? So you may need to own 80 full shares to get 8 shares post-conversion. If they pay out cash and you own 75 shares and they pay out cash for those additional 5 shares, you wouldn't meet the threshold in the new shares. You would technically need 8. Or if you had 150, you'd be fine. You would get 2 shares there. So Clay had $659 worth of MGRT pop up in my wallet. I believe they were airdropped or something. Not something that I bought. What do I do with them? Kenneth, let me tell you this, man. I would not. I honestly, I don't even know if I would transact with them, man. I don't even know if I'd transact with them. Depending on which wallet they're in, okay? I have seen plenty of people go to cash their airdrop out, and then all of a sudden their entire wallet gets wiped. So I would not interact with those 659. I mean, in all honesty, man, depending on how much you have in that wallet, I might send your assets to a different wallet address or something, and not necessarily abandon that wallet if it turns out to be a legitimate airdrop or something like that. Everything's fine, but sometimes, man, when you interact with those whack airdrops right there, it's nothing but scammer city, and they're gonna drain the rest of your wallet. That is not me telling you what to do or what not to do. I've just seen a lot of people fall victim to those stupid airdrops that look really good with $659. It just appeared in your wallet. But as soon as you go to interact with any of that stuff, they end up somehow, I don't know. I'm not technically sufficient enough to know how they scam you. But I wouldn't mess with them, man. And I mean, depending on how much you have in there, I may consider that wallet compromised and just move your actual assets over to another wallet. 150 million shares reported short. Correct. No, they have to cover if the company doesn't go bankrupt, and AMC is not going bankrupt. Well, to a certain degree, Brandy. To a certain degree. They never have to cover by a certain point in time. Theoretically, you can leave those short shares open forever unless you get margin called. Okay, that's the only time when they would be forced to cover a short share. You could theoretically leave it open forever. So you are correct that they have to cover at some point if they get margin called. There's no time frame on how long you can have a short open. Another reason that you would want to cover but not necessarily be forced to is if the cost to borrow is too high, which it is for AMC and all of that good stuff. But AMC is actually still facing here's the problem, man. AMC is still facing bankruptcy. Now here's the decision that's going to be made, okay? Adam Aron has AMC and he has his shares of Abe. Both of the book values on those shares are worthless. He's got an obscene amount of debt on the books. Now since he got this settlement to take place, the share structure of the company is locked in. This is exactly what he wanted. He's got the same share structure that he had in basically 2019, 2020 before he began selling and diluting all of those new shares. 550 million total authorized shares, and that's what he had on the books before. And the ability, only 150 million are going to be outstanding, and he's got the ability to dilute with an extra 400 million shares, right? Basically the exact same situation he was in 2019, according to share structure. But what do we do now? What do we do? Do we issue all of these shares and reduce our debt and potentially get back, 200, 300, 400 million shares outstanding with some debt reduction there? Or do we file bankruptcy? Not necessarily closing shop, simply restructuring our debt, writing down our debt, allowing the court to decide how much on the dollar we have to pay in our debt, restructuring the company, and then coming back out of bankruptcy. Think about that. He's still going to have all of those authorized shares. He's going to be able to reduce his debt. He doesn't necessarily own any of the shares right now. AMC is not sitting on a ton of shares that they necessarily worry about selling. They don't have to dilute. He can still restructure his company, and then after reducing that debt through bankruptcy filings, he can come out then and dilute to raise massive amounts of cash. So AMC is not off the hook in terms of bankruptcy yet. I know many of the AMC YouTubers aren't on today. Only you, Clay. 12-nomic, man. Dude, I'm going to be here. I'll be here in front of a candle if I got internet in my house, but no lights are on, dude. I don't care if things are going good or if things are going bad. We're here, man. I don't say we're here every single day and growing our portfolios together for my health. Because trust me when I tell you, look at that, dude. What is going on with that hair back there? This, because I do like a decent fade on the side, you can't necessarily tell, but there's a lot of gray hairs starting to come in there, man. So I don't just get on live and deal with all the upswings and downswings for my health, man. I got some gray hairs to show. This last 2 years full of bear market activity has taken its toll, at least on the color of my hair. So yeah, dude, we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here no matter what. There you go. It's the real Clay. Say the good things about the company. Yeah, Brandy, there's a lot of bad things, though, that you can't ignore, okay? There's a lot of bad that we can't ignore. We have to know that we don't just live in a good world. We live in a real world where there's good things and bad things. We cannot ignore the bad things and only hope for the good things. Don't the outstanding short shares get reduced 10 to 1? So that 150... Correct. Okay, man. You are correct on that. The outstanding short shares will get reduced 1 for 10. But remember, okay, the price of those shares is going to get multiplied by 10. So, in a perfect world, AMC doesn't fall down in price because of the reverse split alone. If that's the case, look at it in dollar amount. Right now, if there's 150 million short shares outstanding at, I don't know, $3, let's just say $3 a share, that's $450 million in total shorts. If we do a 1 for 10 reverse split, there's 15 million, the price is at $30, it's still $450 million in total shorts. If AMC reverse splits and there's 15 million shares outstanding and all of a sudden the price dumps off afterwards because people hate reverse splits and AMC is trading at $15 a share, now all of a sudden there's only 265? No, 200, 225, another 15, like 230, right? $230 million in shorts. That's the, you got to kind of differentiate in that area right there. If it gets cut in half, now 225, not 230. But if it gets cut in half like that, if the price drops, then the total shorts owed would drop as well in terms of dollar amounts. You're correct on the short message though, short numbers though. Clay would have won the fight, Zuckerberg or Musk? Giovanni, that's a good question, man. I don't know. We know that man ain't real. Zuckerberg, man, he's not real. So I don't know how unreal guys fight, but also Elon Musk he truly might be an alien. So you've got what, dude? Is this some sort of like an alien versus predator type of a situation that we would have on our hands here? Elon Musk versus Zuckerberg, Lizard Man versus the alien. Like I that's so beyond my comprehension. I don't know. It's like you asking me, dude, who wins in a fight, a lion or a gorilla? I don't know. I guess whoever's hungrier is going to win in that fight. Lizard Man versus Alien. Who wins? I don't know. What kind of special powers do they have? These are all legitimate questions in the Zuck versus Musk fight. He can reduce debt with capital raised. Yes, he can. We got the same game and shit. Nice, Brandy. Brandy, does yours kind of like, because I don't know if mine's just like a little loose or if it's because I mess around with it so much in here, but Mine just feels kind of loose, like when I go like that. Muskeed, a Tesla. Tesla Fisk Zuck in the fatality with the robot. There you go, Gorilla. Voyager has sold all of its Shib. Well, good, Maine. Good. They may have been, and with all of that sell-off, and I know the reason they're selling off, right, is to pay everybody who did not take their Shib or crypto off of Voyager's platform. They're selling off of all of their assets so they can write checks to everybody who did not remove their assets from the platform. Hopefully, all of these major sell-offs that have been taking place over the last couple of days kind of settle down, and people are really able to take Shib up during the Shibarium launch. That you're ignoring or not even saying the good things you see, the problem in your Shib. I see very, very few good things with AMC, though. I truly see very, very few good things with AMC right now. I don't even think that debt reduction through dilution is a good thing. I view that as an actual negative. I believe debt reduction through generating revenue is a good thing. I don't know if that's just who I am or what, man, but I imagine you, when you've got your electric bill due, or your gas bill or rent or whatever it is, your mortgage, whatever you got going on, I imagine your first thought as a responsible individual is, well, these are my bills, right? I gotta work, and I gotta pay these bills down. It's not, hey mom, can I borrow $250? I gotta pay my utilities this month. Hey dad, can I have some money? Not borrow either, have, because there's a difference in equity and debt. You're not borrowing it, that's debt. Hey dad, can I have $200? I want to pay my bills this week. I did go to the movies. Yeah, I did go out there, and I went out to eat 3 times a week this month. So it is some money that I could have saved on some other things. I may have been a little bit more responsible. Yeah, they offer me some overtime at work, but I'm just beat, man. I really didn't feel like bringing in more money this week. I kind of just wanted to chill out and play some video games and relax a little bit. That's my main hang-up, man. Adam Aaron needs to focus on leaning the company down and running an actual profitable business, as opposed to just using retail investors and diluting retail investors. Dude, if it was a different situation, if AMC was majority owned by institutions, I couldn't care less if Adam Aaron diluted the crap out of different hedge funds to run his company. What would I care at all if hedge funds were just pouring in money and losing money on their shares in order to see AMC profitable over the next couple of years? I wouldn't mind that at all. I just know these retail investors, man. They want to see a gain so bad, and they're so willing and so hopeful to latch onto anything that is trying to, fill them with some sort of a false hope. That's the part that pains me the most, to see that. It really is. Let's see. A question on TSLY. I don't know how the dividend works. Does one need to own Tesla in order to receive the dividend on Tesla? Nope. Jeff P. All you need to own is TSLY. Okay? Same deal with any of those yield max securities. So what they're essentially doing is going in there and essentially creating synthetic shares, right, through the buying and selling of options, as opposed to actually owning the underlying stock. But in order to receive this dividend, which is now at 67%, because the stock price has been falling along with Tesla over the last week or 2 weeks or so, since that earnings report came out. But you do not need to own anything other than TSLY. So imagine for a second that you wanted to receive options income selling covered calls on Tesla. At the current price of about $238, you would need to own almost $24,000 worth of Tesla in order to go out there and sell those covered calls yourself. That's a lot of money, right? Now, clearly, if you did, you'd be earning a lot of money as well. You're generating 1% a week or whatever, 2% a week, 0.5% a week, selling some short-term expiration options covered calls on Tesla, you could do very well, and you would be earning a lot of money per week. $250 a week on your 24 grand is excellent. But if you don't have $24,000 to go do that strategy yourself, you can look at something like TSLY or any of the yield max ETFs that are out there, and they're going to do that. So for $14.76, you essentially get your portion, right? The idea here, and these dividends will vary. Please know that. These dividends, and you can see it down here, this dividend at 83 cents, this dividend at $1.06, this dividend at 80 cents, 44 cents, 82 cents, 90 cents. These dividends do vary. So please don't expect the next dividend to be exactly 83 cents. Dude, if you owned one share at $15, $15.30 last week, you received an 83-cent dividend for every 15-cent share that you owned. You don't need to own the underlying share to do it. That's the dividend paid on that stock, on that ETF. It's not a stock, on that ETF right there. And the underlying assets in the ETF are apparently synthetic shares created by the buying and selling of options to track the underlying price of Tesla or any of the other securities in the yield max ETFs that produce options income, and then that options income is distributed to you in the form of a dividend. Basically saves you from having to worry about doing option strategies yourself. And, full disclosure, I do own TSLY. I own all. Actually, I own all of the yield max ETFs right now. I did go in there and I own all of them. I think it's a great strategy. I'm going to see how it plays out. Hopefully, I don't have to deal with selling options anymore on any of these stocks here. And these guys, these professionals, they can stress out about choosing the correct option strategies and choosing the correct ones to do. And I can just let them do it for me. They take a 1% fee, though, okay? So you guys should know. Read through the whole thing. If you buy these on Webull or whatever, they're going to send you an email and a prospectus and all that. Read through it. There is a 1% expense. Dude, 1% expense, and you're making 60% annualized dividend income. They can have that 1%, in my opinion. If you want to do it yourself, essentially you could save that 1% expense and do it yourself by going out and buying 100 shares of Tesla and generating your own options income that way. So, no, you do not need to own Tesla. You simply need to own TSLY. Edamarian has to watch his as Rear when they catch up to him and throw him in prison. Want to see what happens? They drop the soap, find out. Dan, I don't want to drop any soap anywhere and find out what happens, man. I might slip. Clay, keep us updated. And Shiba, good night from the Philippines. Tony Rose, absolutely plan on doing that. Thank you very much for watching and being interested in the videos, as well as staying up to date on what goes on with Shiba Inu coin. But absolutely, that is my plan. Thanks, Clint. Clay is annoying. I would never, Frank. I would never, man. Clay, bro, did you see the new car? Oh, yeah, Frank, I did see the new car in the Discord, man. And you're saying you get the first one in the Midwest? That is awesome, dude. It ain't no 2014 Kia Forte, man, but it is a beauty nonetheless, and hopefully it is nothing but headache-free, beautiful rides for the next 10 years, 15 years, man. How long you plan on keeping that bad boy? 55, so many companies have debt. AMC can pay it down with capital raise and the cash flow positive. No, man, come on. Pandemic thesis is that. Yeah, but see, the thing is, okay, here's any actual short thesis. So I do think that when AMC was struggling through the pandemic, like every company was, a certain aspect of that thesis was that these companies could very well go bankrupt. And AMC, I can almost guarantee you AMC would have gone bankrupt if retail investors, if true apes, did not go in there and, ignorantly buy the stock, which is what we did. Ignorant to the fact that we didn't care about the value. It was simply about this short squeeze idea. Right? Everybody ignored the actual value of AMC, and the stock price rose because we were buying it. So you have to be ignorant to the value of AMC if you want the stock price to rise. It was a speculative play. Now that it's turning back into a value play, you can no longer be ignorant to the value. And the value is negative. Okay? The value on AMC is negative. If you're looking at revenue growth and all of that, we could get into a positive value here over the next couple of years. But you can no longer be ignorant to the value of AMC. Now, you unfortunately have to be ignorant to the fact that, shorts, they're not going to be squoze. They're just not going to be squoze. There's too many shares now. Too many shares that Adam Aron's going to dilute with to actually squeeze the price of AMC. That's the difference, man. But in essence, any short thesis is simply an arbitrage opportunity between price and underlying value. The short thesis is not dead. The pandemic short thesis might be dead in the sense that AMC is not necessarily going to go bankrupt, but any short thesis simply says, investing thesis, if a stock's price is below its fundamental value, we should buy it. It should rise up to that value at some point. If a stock is trading at a price above its fundamental value, we should short it. It is going to fall back down to its value. Now, knowing that AMC is still trading well above its fundamental value, it's true, man. The short thesis still lives on. AMC should fall to reach its fundamental value. The idea of bankruptcy may be fading, but the idea that AMC is still overvalued is not fading. That's still an actual reality. What would you do if you had a, say, algorithm to automatically grow your money in any one coin and prevents you from making losses, and suppose that coin is Lunk? Aruba Sue, man, I've been around a while. I would say that sounds too good to be true. So the most powerful trading algorithm in the markets currently was written on Lunk. How do you think the market would take that news? Aru, some people would be highly skeptical, like myself, man. I've been around, and I know that when things do sound too good to be true, they most likely are. So if you've got some fail-safe plan to make unlimited money in Terra Luna Classic, I would really struggle to see the reality of it. Unless, of course, you explained it better than holding the shiny object in front of me and saying, "Do you like it? Do you like it? Clay bro, do you like it?" Yes, I like it. But I don't know if I should reach out and take it. You remember, and I don't know if it's because your name's Aru and you remind me of a boo, but do you remember when that big, shiny, giant ruby was being held by that golden statue, and it was just catching the eye of Abu, man, and he was told not to touch anything, but he reached out, and when he finally grabbed it, the entire Cave of Wonders began to melt. Yeah, dude, when things are too good to be true, sometimes they're too good to be true. And I'm at 162 shares of TSLY, getting 100 more on payday, and hopefully 300 total by the ex-dividend date. Very nice, Frank. Stacking up. When's the ex-dividend date, Frank? Is it the 4th? Is it the 4th of September? I swear they paid the last dividend on the 4th of August, but I'm not exactly sure. Analysts say 450 target. Those are very optimistic analysts, Brandy. Those are very optimistic analysts. And after the price falls, they'll probably change their price predictions or price targets to $2. Not to mention the Goldman Sachs. Yeah, the Goldman Sachs price target's fake news though. I'll see how it goes, and I may drop 10K in TSL1. It's nice profits and easy money. Yes, it is, Kenneth. Of course, there's risk with everything, and the underlying stock, if Tesla falls, your underlying stock's going to fall, your position's going to fall as well. Keep that in mind. About Clay Brandy, absolutely. Analysts really don't know, Jack. When AMC went up a couple of years ago, the analysts said it was worth a what? Anywhere near what it hit? Nope. No, dude, analysts are just guessing, man. Analysts are just guessing. So, all they do, and it's not even necessarily like manual calculations. They get data feeds, the same as Webull gets data feeds, and these other companies like Morningstar and Reuters and Financial Times and Yahoo, they all get data feeds from New York Stock Exchange, directly from the NASDAQ, and so on. If they're not getting them directly from the exchanges, they're buying them off of a secondary service provider. So regardless of all of that, they're getting their data feeds, and then they've already got all of their equations set up. They've already got all of the math done, and when the data feed comes in, it feeds those numbers into their software, and then it spits out. Based on the data provided, it spits out price targets, recommendations, all of those things. And whatever the data it's fed is simply what spits that out. So it is all simply an equation. And unfortunately or fortunately, however you want to look at it, it ignores the fact of like trader sentiment and the entire meme stock movement. You cannot quantify the retail investors that called themselves apes buying, and you still can't do that. What they simply are looking at is revenue projections, growth, potential debt payments, and stuff like that in order to determine the value of the stock. Well, analytics put AMC at $1.45. Yeah, I actually wouldn't be surprised if it does drop to $1.45. Do you think the market would explode if that was indeed true, or would it be skeptical of such a thing like you are right now? I personally think it would be skeptical, Aru. I really do. If it was like proven, or something other than just somebody saying it took place, well, then I think it would explode. But if just the thought of it and the hope of it probably wouldn't cause the market to explode. First of the month for all yield max. Very nice. Let's go, man. First of the month. Frank. First of the month, man. We're going to be getting our checks. We're going to be getting our checks first of the month, Frank. Let's get started. Yeah, dude, we're all going to be balling the first of the month. Michael Allen! Mike, thank you very much for the super chat. What does Mike say, guys? Mike says, them not burning $1 billion USTC yet. Come on, man. What are they doing? They're not doing a fist bump, fist bump, fist bump, fist bump. Michael, man, thank you very much for Clay Bros Peach and a lovely little fist bump there. Thank you very much for being the first super chat of the day. Reminding me, since I looked at the super chat stuff right here, reminding me that yesterday, Patrick is amazing, man. Patrick's amazing. Patrick sent a super chat yesterday. Obviously, nobody was live. I hope that all is well with you and the bro fam. Please send a dilly to whomever was first. And I believe it was Outdoor Smilly. Thank you very much, Patrick, for that one. And a special shout out to Kombu and baby Kombu. Kombu, if you're in here right now, Pat shouting you out. Guys, remind me to play that in the afternoon live stream as well. Pat, I know you're probably not listening right now, dude, but thank you very much. Incredible to see Pat still using the Streamlabs to send those super chats, even when we're not live, guys. If you do want to send directly through Streamlabs, it cuts out all of YouTube's fees. So it's no different. You can use PayPal to do it if you would like as well. So, Patrick, thank you very much for that Streamlabs super chat, man. You guys are incredible. And if Kombu is in here, I like it. Z-Wag, gonna break $20. Easy. Merger coming. Christ is king, man. We shall soon find out. Where I didn't see D-Wag today. Where is D-Wag trading? 1745. D-Wag on the rise once again. Yeah, I don't know if it's easily going to break 20. Dude, don't say easily going to break 20. You've actually got 2 levels of resistance before you get to 20. Where we're at right now, getting ready to be, this is where we're at right now. These little candles down here. Boom, 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 boom. And then pump it up and come back down, pump it up and come back down. And then hitting it right here. So you do have resistance where we're at right now. And then you're talking easily breaking 20, wicking down, unable to wick back up, down, support. So, yeah, I don't know if it's going to be easy, man. I don't know if it's going to be easy to get through those 2 levels there. But, dude, if it does, yeah, you're going to be making some good money on DWAC. I'm optimistic on DWAC over the next year. Right? I believe if Donald Trump does use Truth Social as his, like, only means of communication, I think he's going to be really promoting DWAC and Truth Social there over the election cycle or whatever you guys call it. JJ! You guys know what time it is. It's time to get hard. Like a diamond. JJ, man, thank you very much for the super chat. Hopefully all of you guys are hard like a diamond right now. JJ, thank you very much for that super chat. Okay, so when you get your divs, is it added to your account? Yes. So it'll be added to your account as long as you don't have like dividend reinvestment selected or anything like that. And I don't know which account you're using. I got a Weeble account. It's just paid out into your account like it'll be in the form of cash in your account. So then you can go in and reinvest it, clearly cash it out if you want to cash it out, or buy whatever you want with it. But yes, when you get your dividends, it's going to just be added right into your account on the payment date there. Ooh, chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga. I just got the, oh, now I see what he's doing. He's singing. He's singing. I was like, what is happening? To be honest, if I hadn't written the algorithm myself, I would have been in disbelief. The developer on Lunk is even able to do this after ripping the community pool for it so many times. Aru, you get an algorithm? Aru, I probably won't even understand how it works, man. But if you've got an algorithm that is going to basically create unlimited wealth, don't stop, dude. Don't let my skepticism, if you truly believe that what you've got is real, right? And I don't even know how to test it, okay? If you believe what you've got is real, and you believe it's going to be able to generate unlimited wealth, don't stop, okay? Don't let my skepticism stop you. Don't let the market skepticism stop you. Don't let idiots on Twitter stop you. If you really believe that it's the way forward, man, go for it. Okay, even if it doesn't create unlimited wealth for me, if it does it for you, go for it, man. Because I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what your algorithm is. But if you've got one and you believe in it, go for it. NVIDIA, Carlos, man. I think NVIDIA is actually very well positioned, okay? NVIDIA really began to take off 2017, 2018 because of everybody wanting to mine cryptocurrencies. Their graphics cards began to fly off the shelves. The prices were ridiculous, and NVIDIA really began to take off. I thought that NVIDIA was becoming overpriced, and then AI steps in, and at the end of 2022, in this ChatGPT phenomenon, graphics cards are now being used for artificial intelligence as well, and NVIDIA is positioning themselves to kind of be a leader in the AI industry, potentially as well as in the cryptocurrency marketing industry. So if that's the direction we continue to go, with computing power being king, and computing power being able to lead the way in terms of artificial intelligence, and in a decentralized manner where anybody and everybody running a graphics card can partake in the technology, I think NVIDIA is going to do very well. But NVIDIA, man, they've got some explosive growth over the last couple of years that if these turn out to be trends or fads or anything like that, I would be concerned about them coming back down in value, but they're positioned in a very strong industry right now. Like, we would not be disgruntled in the future when trading and holding after Adam Aaron pulls a stunt like that, and can we get away with f***ing over the we... can we not be disgruntled in the future when trading and holding after Adam Aaron pulls a stunt like that, and can we get away with having over the way we did this? Well, Dan, I think that we can move on, dude. I just don't know if we're going to be able to, and I don't necessarily I don't know if I understand the question fully there, but yeah, dude, we will definitely be able to move on. I just don't know if we're going to have the same opportunity to squeeze AMC the way that we all originally wanted to. So, nothing to say about Mullen. Well, Bobby, listen, I think that Mullen Auto's stock price is just plagued, man. I think Mullen is just plagued. It's back down to 96, 97 cents right now. You know, you look at the daily graph here. It is literally nothing but losses on Mullen. I don't think any stock split's going to save it. I don't think anything in terms of, you know, the CEO saving it by giving himself bonuses. I think that they need to start selling cars in order to save their company. A $60 million market cap is obscenely low for any company that can generate some revenue. So as long as they can go out and generate some revenue, I think that these guys are going to be killing it. But they just cannot do that. So I don't have anything else about Mullen. No, I don't have any updates about Mullen or anything like that. Let's see. Come back down. I can do a video on D-Wag and this merger situation. Samuel, possibly. I don't know enough about it, so I would have to read up on it before I would be able to do a video on it. Oh, Yield Max ETFs, NVIDIA 2161, Innovation, yes, Apple, yes. You got it, Kenneth. There you go, man. I made it just in time. Next level, yes, you did. Clay, look at AMC, OBV, and explain. Brandy, we might be able to do that in the afternoon live stream. It is 1:02 right now. I didn't even realize what time it was. Clay, it's hard not to be disgruntled, but I see your point. To move on. Thanks. Absolutely, Dan. Absolutely. Peace out of the rabbits, guys. You know what time it is. Ooh, CEO's about to be replaced. That sounds like something I'm interested in, Kenneth. Guys, get your names in the chat right now. We are going to be doing some shout-outs, and then we're going to be back this afternoon with another live stream, and of course videos tonight, but we'll get there when we get there. Right now, we got a shout-out to Dan. Shout-out to Bobby Digital, man. See you later. Enjoy your day. Sean, enjoy it. Aruba Sue. Good times are coming. I absolutely hope so. Samuel Martin, enjoy your day. Gorilla Invictus, have a great afternoon. Next level, Kenneth, see you guys later. Next level, Gorilla, Brandy, enjoy it. Pudgy Man, peace out to the little rabbits. Dan, enjoy your day. Kenneth, enjoy your afternoon. Fernando, VP, see you later. Fishing there, Bass, enjoy your day. Have a good day, bros. Gen G, you as well. Thanks for being in here. Jeff P, man, have an awesome day as well, dude. Gorilla, Kai, toodles to you. Bry Guy, see you later. Old Rounder, Geoped, J-Bones, baby. Everybody have a great day, except AA. Yeah, I'm on agreement with that one. D's, later to you. Peace out to the King Unicorns, Pudgy. See you later, man. DD214, enjoy it. Dan, see you on the flip side. Absolutely, DMO, all of you guys. You know what time it is. You want to say it with me. Say it with me. Till the next time, hope that each and every one of you have an awesome day.